Hello everyone, my name is Fen Muir, and this is Starsector. Last time we had gone and got our first carrier setup going where we have our killers, our fighters, and our protector. But this time, and now, we're on our way to go deliver a huge amount of supplies and fuel around the galaxy to make ourselves a lot of money. So let's go ahead and see. Chalcedon's where we want to go to sell the supplies, and Umbra, where we're nearby, is where we want to go to sell our fuel. Followed then by Chalcedon because we have more to do there. We can also, well, we'll do Connie first, and then we'll also do Chalcedon because we have quite a bit. But we need to make our way to Umbra, which is over there. Alright, we're also, I believe, in hot water with Syndria to an extent, and I believe we were actually trying to help them in a bounty in this system, actually. Yes. So we're currently hunting pirates. So let's see if there's anything we can buy here that's good. Doesn't look like it there, and doesn't look like it here. So what can we buy from you? Not a ton, but oh, we can buy from Syndria, supplies from Syndria, and that's pretty nice. Alright, so let's repair our ships. I believe we just got in a battle, and let's go looking for potential contacts. So we want to go and find ourselves some bloody pirates, so we can get some reputation with Syndria. We don't want to go and fight too many. Let's see, what are you? Bounty hunter. Ah! Just like us. Anyway, let's go to Syndria and buy ourselves some supplies. Alright, so Syndria has these for cheap. We will take all that we can carry from the black market. This is relatively cheap, and we're filled up on that, so we're not going to worry about that too much. We'll sell those. Oh yes, phase lances. We will love these. But anything we can get here, tridents are really good. So I'm going to take all the tridents I can get, and I'm going to... Ah! What am I doing? Okay, so we're going to buy all the supplies again. And what do we have over here to sell us? Claws. Ooh, wasps. Oh, ooh. So, do I have any extra wasps? I have 4 wasps just laying around. It's enough for 2 full drovers. So we're going to not buy the additional wasps right now. And we are going to instead... Let's see, where do we buy these cheaply? Umbra. Alright, so we're going to buy that there. We go over here. Is there anything that we could use? Not really. These supplies, they go up to 130. We buy them legally, so I'm not going to. Let's see. What do they have to sell us? They have some nice cruisers. I like them. Ooh, yes. You. I want. Alright, just checking a little bit of information there. Nothing you guys need to worry about for another playthrough. You'll see when it comes, when we're done with this one. Alright, so we have another hammerhead we could get. We have a buffalo. We don't need the buffalo right now. We have 2 destroyers that can fairly effectively protect our carriers now. It also means we could go up to having an additional carrier now, if we so desired. So let's go to our, what are you called? Sunder? I think it's called, I think it's a Sunder. Okay, let's go to our Sunder. And let's give it, first off, let me show you guys this. Phase lance. Phase lance. And phase lance. Instantly, when anything gets within range of this thing's phase lances, it dies. essentially. So alright, let's especially if we can get through their shields. So, let's... Do we have anything? Yes, we can buy some sabots. So we're going to buy some sabots, because trying to shut down the enemy is very important. And back here is a small ballistic. These are also 2 small ballistics. I don't want to spend too much on point defense here, because I want to give this a... You guys know it's coming. Converted hanger and put sparks in it. Well, wasps. Okay. So we have all those now. I'm going to make sure it has all the shields and flux vents that it can get. So we have, what, 11 points to play with here. Alright. Okay. So this should be fun. It doesn't have any point defense, but you know, that's alright. I'm not too worried about that. We do want to make sure it has at least 1 point defense, but these phase lances, they use a lot of flux to fire. They are totally worth it though. So they cost 782 flux a second to keep firing just back to back. And so what that means is they can fire, but all of them firing at once will result in us gaining some flux overall. But oh boy, are they worth it. So let's go ahead and just decrease these by 1 each. Put a light machine gun on there just so it has some basic point defense. And let's go ahead and move forward. So he's there now. Oh boy, he's gonna kill everything. So, can we make this our destroyer that just disables everything? That's a good question, I think. So we don't have any salamanders we can give him, so we're not going to worry about that. We are going to repair our ships. We are going to not buy any more supplies because it just isn't going to be worth it to us. And alright, I think that is everything we can do here that is of value. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. And hopefully the Syndria doesn't decide that it's time to curb stomp us. So, we bought all that from Syndria. We still want to fight some pirates. Are there pirates over here? It looks like they might be pirates. They are. And this may expire before we can reach this person. Let's go ahead and interdict him if we can. And now he can leave. I don't really care. You violated the law! Very nice. Good, very good job, guys. I approve. Now I'm going to profit on you fighting them. Alright, so they're going over there to retake that. I want to go to Umbra and make a bunch of money. He is just traveling. He's not doing anything with us. And okay, let's go ahead and sustain burn to speed ourselves up just a little bit. And we're just going to pause so we don't get hit by that. Then we're going to come over here. He seems to be chasing them. We want to wait until he's in battle, if possible. Goody! Turn off our transponder. Go dark. Say hello. Sell them everything they want. So you guys, you need some fuel? We've got some fuel. You guys want some supplies? Well, that's too bad. You're not paying enough for them. But here's some metal. We don't need it. It's garbage. You guys have wasps. We could use wasps. What else you got? Warthogs. All kinds of things. I like warthogs. But what you have that I really like. Yeah, they'll do. And the rest, yeah, you'll also do. And that's as many as we can carry. Alright, so does Chalcedon want these as well? Oh, they're too expensive right now for us. What about this? What does Chalcedon want? Ooh, Sindria likes these. Ooh, and we can buy them for dirt cheap. We are going to buy some, and then we will run for our lives, because I prefer to not die. And we have lots of them. Okay, so we're going to buy this. Doesn't look like there's anything else here that we want. Let's look what's on the open market just to do so. Doesn't seem that there's anything we would want. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's look at the fleets and see what they have for us. Doesn't look like there's anything here that's of much value to us, and not of much value to us. So, it is time to transverse jump away. Oh yes, always go dark as soon as you leave. Alright. So we need to go to... We want to go to Chalcedon. So let's set in the path for there. And get out of here. Oh, very nice. So these guys, they don't look all that tough. Yeah, they're just ignoring me now because I'm too big. So, Chalcedon. I would like to sell you all kinds of things. Chiefly, fuel. Would you like to buy fuel? Connie would love to buy fuel. What about supplies? You would love to buy supplies, wouldn't you? Good. Here's all the supplies you could want. And these won't be sold for much, so no thanks. You guys want Marines, right? Well, I've got Marines, so here you go. Instantly. 584,000 credits. Ladies and gentlemen, we are rich. Money. So Connie will buy these. We'll buy the rest of our. We'll buy a good amount of fuel, and we want to hang on to a lot, just so we can make our way back and make a bunch of money. Wait, did we just accidentally sell stuff on the? I don't think we sold that on the white market. No, we sold it on the black market. We're good. We have not officially screwed up yet. Alright, so what kind of ships do they have available for sale? Every now and again they have some interesting ships for no apparent reason. But it doesn't look like there's any of those curiosities around here right now. So, let's leave. So we have fuel we can sell. But let's, first off, where can we buy this fuel for cheap? Has it been restocked at Nachiteca? To an extent, it'll probably be restocked by the time we get there. So, We're going to want to plot a course for Nachiteca. Boots right here. Nachiteca, where are you? There you go. There you be. So that will take us 298 fuel. Okay, cool. So let's go to Kani. Alright, cool. So we just got a lot of experience. So we want to, again, keep going with things that buff our fleet. So here we can get more officers, which we're going to want to start doing soon. This allows us to, if there are NAB boys, this helps with that. Up here, doesn't really seem to be anything that's fleet-wide. So we've kind of maxed this all out. We're not too worried about ground operations yet. And our fleet isn't huge enough to need to worry about having too many officers just yet. So we're going to want to look down here at industry. Combat is all just self-buffs, like if I wanted to make the ultimate warrior. So let's go down here. So this one, the third level of this, negate the effects of lasting damage, hull mods, so D mods. That's reduced by 50%, and the emergency burn ability no longer consumes combat readiness. That's amazing. That means you can just emergency burn all the time, and you don't really lose anything, except for a little bit of fuel. We also gain a couple of things there. I'm not too worried about that. So this one lets us recover some fighters, well, be more likely to recover fighters, and salvage more fuel. This one is that recovered ships start with more hull integrity and combat readiness, so we have to spend fewer resources. And the second one here is just amazing. 50% of hull damage, hull and armor damage taken, repaired after combat ends at no cost. So basically, half of all your damage is just free. So ships become far easier and cheaper to repair. And then this one repairs ships much faster. Over here we have abandoned stations and derelicts. We can more efficaciously scavenge on those things. Over here we can have administrators. That doesn't do anything for us really all that much until we start getting colonies, which we may do pretty soon. And then this one is all about that 10% income from colonies, including exports. So how colonies work is the more colonies you build industries, those industries then make you money, and as the colony grows you can gain more industries, and those industries will, I think, make you more money as you can upgrade them. So what this means is that the sooner you get colonies going and the sooner you get abilities that allow the colony to and when you increase the industry for colonies, as it says here, you're able to then start making even more money. This can be incredibly useful for just generating lots and lots of money. We're going to be making colonies where we make lots of drugs, so we're going to be getting a lot of money, but people are going to hate us for that. So we're going to want a system with as many planets on it as possible that we can use to defend ourselves. So that means we're going to want larger fleets. Larger fleets means right here, so we're good on that. Okay, so and stability is outrageously important. So planetary operations, when we do start doing a colony, will be outrageously useful to us. But what we're going to do here is, this one's about missiles, this one is flux capacity, but it's piloted ship only. Yeah, so those are just piloted ship only. They're not going to be all that useful. So what we're going to want to do is aim for level 2 of this. So we're going to do that first. Not that we recovered that many ships. And now we're going to try and sneak our way over to Connie and make some money. Alright, so first off, what do they have for sale here? Doesn't seem to be all that much of value to us. So let's go ahead and go back to our inventory screen, and what can we sell? So we're going to stop up at Syndria and sell these, because Syndria wants these. And then here, they will buy 500 units, and they won't buy all that much from here. So how much can we buy these from here? That's pretty good on the black market. We're able to get a lot of supplies back, actually. Now we know that these we can buy for 50 and sell. Yeah, it's not very good. These ores we can buy for 2 and sell for 10, potentially. More likely 8. But that's not all that great a profit, so we're going to leave that as is. Alright, so these guys, ooh, they have a surplus of Marines, it would appear. But they aren't anywhere that's buyable. So, I think we've done everything we can at Connie, and we're going to take off. Alright, so what is over there? I'm just curious. And who are you? Alright, well, nothing I really care about. Let's do a sensor burst. Nothing. Alright. Let's make our way to Syndria and sell. Alright, so how are you guys enjoying the game? Does this whole idea of buying and selling stuff appeal to you guys? Do you think it's interesting or entertaining? If so, let me know in the comments. How are you guys liking the game, by the way? You can get it for relatively cheap as well online. I believe it's $15, I think, on the developer's website. The links are in the description below. But as I said, these guys, as I said in the very first episode, these guys have been developing this game for some 10 years. It's actually kind of interesting. Alright, so these guys, they will buy these at a much higher price than we paid for them. How much will they pay for them now? They have a surplus of about 100, so they'll buy them for less, but they'll still buy them. Alright, now we would like to buy these supplies. How much they have for fuel? Well, I would like to buy the fuel for cheaper, but it looks like Nachiteca is still refueling. Marines aren't the cheapest, and Epiphany will want more. Alright, so we bought all those. We were just searched. Chalcedon really wants its heavy armaments. It's a gamble just to even buy them, but we'll do it. And now let's try to transverse jump out of here. And we have a decent amount of fuel, so I'm not too worried about that right now. So let's go back here. Let's go to Chalcedon. Let's drop off all this stuff so we can get out of here and make our way back to Nachiteca. We are going to want to start doing system bounties to keep our reputation up, so they will continue to to trade with us. Well, so the Sindian Diktat will continue to trade with us. And just so we don't have to fight them, because that's just a giant pain. Alright, so we'll sell all these, make a hefty profit again. And I hear you guys like fuel. Well, I know it costs us about 200 fuel to get to Nachiteca, so we're going to sell that. This sells for quite a bit right now, so we're going to sell you all those as well. Alright. They won't buy them at any kind of profit that I care about. So we bought these guys for less than that, so we'll just get rid of them. And these guys we can buy for dirt cheap and sell for quite a bit more, but Umbra has them for even cheaper. Thing is, we don't want to necessarily go back to Umbra already. So let's see what ships they have available. Still nothing that's great. So let's make our way back to Nachiteca, where we can then... Oh, well, I mean, we'll be passing by Aslan. So, and I think Aslan wanted people, right? Yes. Two planets in Aslan want people. So, yeah, sure, we'll buy the rest for a little bit extra. So now they're no longer cheap, so let's just go and make our way to Aslan and sell all these people, sell all this flesh upon the black market. Screw you, jerk! Okay, so we have an additional point to use here. Let's go ahead and level that one up as well. And then let's get out of here. So the hegemony and the Sindian Diktat are at each other's throats again. No real surprise there. As far as I understand, the Sindian Diktat seems to be like the former nobility, if you will, and the hegemony seems to be this major militaristic faction that just they want to try and keep domain era rules and act as a mini domain, essentially. So the Sindian Diktat, so nobody really likes the hegemony, and most people don't like the hegemony, and they don't like the Sindian Diktat either. They all universally think they're jerks. Sindian Diktat's fighting everyone today, it seems. Right, so we repair our ships, then we're going to go and sell all this flesh. So these guys, they sell for 36 here. Well, I think I need to sell them. Like, I'm happy to sell them all, but I kind of need at least 800, so let's, well, at least like 850 or so. So let's keep, I mean, that should be, no, oh. Awesome. I am a smart man. All right. Okay, well, unfortunately, I have to buy people again because I am a smart person. I am smart. I am SMRT. Be even better if it was all on the white market, on the open market. Wait a minute. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so here we have a Mora. They're all right. They have as many slots as a not a Condor, a whatchamacallit. Yeah, that. The Heron. So I don't really like those. I like the Herons. I don't really like the Moras all that much. Okay, so this one, we have another heron back here, so we will buy this heron, because we can. And you guys already know what we're going to do, right? Well, first off, we're going to... I would like to buy another carrier, just another destroyer, just so that other heron has more health, has more protection. But we're not going to. We are going to instead just now go and outfit that heron that we've just bought. It's going to be a bomber just like this one. Let's just call this, I don't know, bombs. Bombers. Sounds good. Okay, so let's go down here. Let's take this heron. Let's outfit it to bombers. Oh, we don't have that many tridents, do we? Let's see. You have a trident, and oh, you have. We have more sparks, right? Yeah, we have 3 available. So let's give him. Oh, it's a wasp, I mean, not sparks. So let's give him those wasps. So you have wasps, you have 2 tridents. So we have 2 of these now. That's good. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's put these tridents on. And the last one we don't have a longbow right now, so we'll put just a, I don't know, a piranha bomber on. Why not? So let's auto fit to this. Confirm. Okay, sounds good. Close is gonna get, I guess. But let's now, move these around a little bit. We are gonna have to go and buy more crew because we are special, or we can just get rid of this guy. I think that's what we'll do, actually, because we don't really want the condor. It's a liability at this point. So let's strip the condor, and then let's sell the condor. So it sells for 43, or it scuttles for 50. Well, I think we're gonna scuttle it then. So we're gonna need some crew. And we know that these small, these guys, we don't need them right now because we don't need the capacity. So we're gonna need this guy. We don't need this ship. We don't need this ship. We don't need this one. We don't need that one. We really don't even need this guy because, I mean, when are we really going to use the shuttle anymore? So we'll get rid of that. So that gets us down to 825 people needed. So let's go by 11 people at a premium because we make good decisions, guys. And there we go. Barely enough. Cool. So now we're going to repair our ships. And then make our way to Nachiteca, where hopefully people buying flesh will be a little bit easier. So let's head over there. And they're like, hey, where are you going? Alright, so the hegemony, they still like us, but they're getting tired of our ways. So turn off that transponder, and we're going to make our way over here. We will then turn the transponder back on. Let's see, Luddic Church, don't need to worry about them. That's probably someone trying to avoid us, so Luddic Church. And let's go. Okay, so they just searched us, so they're probably not going to search us immediately afterwards. Jeez, it's even more expensive here. Okay then. Alright, so we're at Nachiteka. And we want to get our hands on as much fuel as we can carry, because we are running dangerously low. So let's buy all the fuel. It's not great, but it is what we can get. Here, it's still not great, but again, we could go and buy it everywhere else and buy it cheaper, or we could just accept it as just part of doing business and say that it's not going to be a massive deal in the long run. I mean, yes, we are paying 13,000 more than we would need to, but at the same time, we're able to just do one stop and leave. So let's do that. Okay, here on the black market, we're going to buy the supplies. And we have plenty of supplies, so we don't need to buy more. We actually want to go and buy some from elsewhere. But we want to see here. We need a longbow, actually, for our other heron. I would love to see if we have if there's another like drover we can buy, just so we can round out our fleet a little bit, and it doesn't look like it. So let's go check out how expensive people are at Yama. And let's see. So how expensive are people here? Expensive. That's the answer. And what about fleets? What do you guys have any drovers for sale? No. Alright then. Well, let's put that other longbow into this heron. There we go. Now these two are effectively or close to identical. Is there another pylum? Does not look like it. Alright, so good enough. We are going to now want to go to Umbra, most likely, to buy people. Actual crew. Yeah, Umbra! There we go. And Umbra needs fuel, and Umbra needs supplies. Not as much as Chalcedon, though. Chalcedon will pay a huge premium for supplies right now. Alright, so we are going to head to Umbra, where we are then going to make a hefty profit on our dealings. At a later point, we're going to need to make it so that we can move quite a bit faster. Then we're going to go and do a bounty or so once we get another drover. Try to kill off some pirates, and that's where the game will become a little bit more exciting. Because right now we're at the point where we really need to be. We're at the point where we're at the early game, and we're just flying around. We're gonna try and find a system that has a bunch of colonies in it, a bunch of planets in it, and then we're going to see what we can do to fortify that star system to where it is just one like death ball, effectively. It looks like they're fighting somebody. I don't know who. Okay, but we can buy supplies from them for dirt cheap. We can sell them also for dirt cheap. Alright, so I don't see the bigger version of the phase lands yet. Let's see, what ships do they have available? Do they have a drover for sale? It does not look like it there, and not here either. So, who are they fighting? Are they currently fighting pirates or something? Doesn't look like it. So, let's make our way to Umbra. Is there a bounty in this system right now? That's a fairly important question, I suppose. There's a pirate base bounty, and in Western S, there's a bounty. Okay, so we could potentially go fight them. They're pretty far away. But we'll see after we deal with Umbra. Because we are going to need quite a bit of money to be able to do that stuff. We're going to want to turn off our transponder as we approach Umbra. And we'll need to be ready to go invisible. As always. Okay, and it seems as though anybody who could be a threat to us isn't going to want to deal with us. So we're going to just go over here. We're going to sell a bunch of fuel to these guys. We can get way more for our supplies at Chalcedon, so we're going to do that instead. Umbra will pay an extreme premium right now, and we actually need to buy lots of crew from Umbra, but Chalcedon also wants some Marines. And you guys saw how much money we made last time, so we're going to buy all the Marines. Oh, well. We're going to unmothball our ships. We're going to buy the crew that we need to not suffer any major consequences. We're going to go over it by about 100 or so. Then we're going to buy all the Marines that we can carry. Alright, now we're going to, what ships do they have? Nothing that we really want. And ask ourselves, is there anything else here that we could want to buy from them? It doesn't look like it. Chalcedon will buy these at a premium. So, let's buy their heavy armaments. Does Chalcedon want drugs? No, Chalcedon does not want drugs, but Umbra wants organs. Okay, so it looks like we have everything that Chalcedon could want. So let's get out of here. We're going to transverse jump. Well, we're not going to transverse jump. We're going to try and hide until we can escape, because we want to transverse jump so we can make our way to Chalcedon and not get stopped by the fuzz. Because as you know, how we want to go to Chalcedon. Because as you know, the Sidrian Dictat, their version of policing is to scream, "Stop right there, criminals, come," and kill you. So we want to avoid them whenever possible. To Chalcedon we go. Alright. So we know that they want to buy Marines. We know that they're willing to buy them at a premium. We know that they're willing to buy armaments at a premium. We know that they are willing to buy supplies at a premium. And we can't sell them any of that. As much as we would love to, we just can't sell them any more of our stuff. But I think that's about all we can do right now. So we're going to need to go and restock on a lot of our supplies. What kind of ships do they have? Nothing of any major value? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're going to want to see where we can buy supplies as cheaply as possible. That looks like Coulon and Hasbrasil. So we'll want to go potentially to Majek, to Nova Maxis, and then fly around getting lots and lots of supplies. Right, so let's do that. Let's go to Majek, go to Nova Maxos, and try to make a bunch of money. Now, some of you may be saying, well, hey, you have like 1 million, you have over 1 million fuel, a million credits right now. Why not just make a credit? Why not just make a colony now? I mean, that sounds like a good idea. And on paper it is, but if I make a colony, I now have to defend it. Unless I can get it to a maximum tier battle station, which will basically defend itself. But I want to make colonies that can sustain themselves and protect themselves. Otherwise, they'll just get raided and destroyed. So first off, let's go ahead and repair. Second, let's buy all of the supplies that they're selling. Are they selling fuel for relatively cheap? Yeah, about. Now, what do they have that we could want? Nothing there. What about in terms of fleet? Any drovers? Ooh, but we have 2 of these. Tempests. Tempests are really nice in terms of frigates. I might, if I have the chance, I might just do a playthrough that's nothing but Tempests, just to see how stupid it is. But Tempests are really powerful for what they do. In essence, a Tempest, it has 2 energies, which can put phase lances on, which makes them stupid dangerous, and 1 fighter bay that comes with a Terminator drone wing, which is essentially the best interceptor in the game, I think it is. But we will maybe pick up on those a little bit later. I want to get this carrier fleet at least where we have 1 destroyer, where we have 2 destroyers, 2 drovers, and 2 whatever these are, herons. Alright, so we don't see ourselves maxing out on terms of the stuff that we can take. We do find ourselves maxing out on the amount of people that we can haul around and the amount of fuel. The other major thing is that we will have to deal with the fact that we are limited to about 30 ships. So right now we have a lot of small ships, which means that the more small ships we have, the fewer combat ships we can have. So we're going to need to eventually get rid of these tiny ships and have only big ships. That's where things like the Valkyrie and others come into play. So its maximum crew is 300. It seems like it has a very specific use. Comparing that to there's a bigger version of this. It's like the Starliner or something. This can hold 400 people. Yeah, 400 people. I'm gonna hold off until I can get a Starliner that will be able to be far more useful to me and carry far more people. Alright, so we have a good amount of fuel, we have a good amount of supplies, and we can't really buy anything else cheaply from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way. Yeah, nothing that we want. So we are going to. Actually, they have any Pila? Any Pila? No. What is that? Heavy blaster. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way. What in the world is that? Cyclone Reaper. Oh, okay. It launches multiple torpedoes, basically. It launches 2 torpedoes at a time. It can fire 10 times. Well, that's terrifying. Torpedoes are scary. At least they're those ships. Alright. So we have another character point to spend, so now fighting is less costly to us overall. Let's go and see what we can find at the Katana's Den. At the Kanta's Den. Alright, so we're going to... Let's see anything that we want on their open market. How about their black market? Devastator cannons are nice for big ships. And I don't see any interceptors we want. What about ships? What can I buy from them that... Ah, the Starliner! I like it. Alright, so we have another Starliner that we can buy. It's not in pristine condition. The erratic fuel injector, that gives it all kinds of problems. It makes it burn more gas. So I think I'm gonna pass on this for now. Let's go to the dock side, nothing there. Alright, so there's where I would want to go. That is what, Tybacenta? No, Tybacena? Tybacena? John Cena? Alright, so let's make our way over to John Cena and watch the Tritachyons go in. I don't know, give the big elbow to something, I don't know, to some pirates. Makes you think though, there are pirates in this place. So I guess that means Tritachyon is to an extent just tolerating the pirates without any major problems. Tridents, I will take them. I will buy them instantly. I walk in, I see tridents, I say mine! Give them. Alright, so we can get another heron. We don't need another heron right now. We really need another drover to protect the new heron we could buy. So we have what are some phase frigates here. Phase frigates are interesting. I might cover them later. I'm not too keen on trying to cover them right now. So let's go ahead and so there are lots of fun little experimental ships in this game as well. I think this one makes a little lightning storm around itself that kills fighters. Okay. So we want to buy more supplies. So let's go to... We bought some from Nova. We would like to buy some maybe going around in a circle. So if we go to Asher, we could get some over there in Canaan. So let's go to Canaan and buy some from Asher. Alright, and away we go! Tritachyon seems to not care what I do right now. Good. I would like for it to stay that way. Otherwise they'll stick all their lawyers on me. Alright. And so, how are you guys enjoying the playthrough? We are about an hour or so. Guys, please do leave me a comment. Tell me what you like about the game. Tell me what you think is interesting about Starsector so far. Or just, whatever you want to talk about. As long as it's relevant to the video and game, of course. But leave me a comment. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ring the bell if you are subscribed or if you just subscribed. And I will hopefully see you guys next time on the next episode of Starsector. My name has been Fen, and have a good evening.